When a video game gets really big, whether it be in 2019 or 1985, copies and clones are bound to follow. Games like Nintendo's Super Mario Bros., Namco's Pac-Man, Atari's Breakout, Tetris, etc., they all saw the problem massively, and some of them still do. Decades later, in 2009, Minecraft was released, and with it, successors quickly followed. When discussing clones of any nature when it comes to video games, the discussion has to be had very carefully. The word clone implies that something is a direct ripoff of the source material. Not all games deserve that label, but some definitely do. The question of which, however, is what standard we should measure these games in, and where do we draw the lines? Some video games are blatant in their thievery, while others use ideas as launching pads to create an interesting spin on a pre-existing concept. In this video, we're going to discuss some of Minecraft's clones, talk about the problems that come up because of these clones, and discuss whether or not they benefit Minecraft and gaming as a whole. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So let's put all our cards out on the table. What defines a clone? If I had to put my thoughts into the mix, I would argue that a clone, in terms of gaming, would be something that directly rips something off to the point where the copy can easily get confused for the original or just a cheap imitation of the original. Sure, the copy might be using blue wool instead of blue concrete, but the difference isn't big enough to set it apart on its own as a new and unique thing. In terms of gaming, arguments have spewed on the internet for as long as people have been able to comment. An important thing that people have conveniently been forgetting when they argue about the logistics of whether or not something is a ripoff is genre. When discussing anything, genre really is the most important key. To start off, let's use music as an example. Rock music usually is comprised of guitar, drums, bass, and more. Hip-hop often uses the same things, but thematically use them differently. Rock can be used more sporadically, while rap typically stays in its lane, repeating elements over and over again. Beats per minute defines how fast or slow a song is, while notes and chords create the music itself. One song may use a specific set of chords, and another use the exact same. These notes and chords are the building blocks for the song, as much as an idea is the building block for a video game. Video games like Team Fortress 2 and Overwatch have been butting heads since Overwatch's release. While thematically they share similar ideas and concepts, they're both completely different takes on a pre-existing genre. PUBG and Fortnite are in this exact same boat. If you took Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Super Smash Bros. And put them all next to each other, you wouldn't call Super Smash Bros. A ripoff of either of those games. Sure, players are fighting on a side view screen, but they're not fighting in the exact same ways. It's for the same reason that you wouldn't call World of Warcraft a ripoff of RuneScape just because it's a fantasy setting in an MMORPG. Furthering a genre is impactful. To say Call of Duty and Halo are the same thing is just wrong. Simply put, two cooks can have the same recipe, but their execution can be entirely different. Sometimes it's all in the taste, aesthetic, or even the timing. But when it comes to the end product is going to wind up turning out differently no matter how you spin it. As far as Minecraft and general games are concerned, you usually have two lanes, the ripoff and the spiritual successor. At Minecraft Java Edition's peak popularity, games like Terraria and Cube World pushed the voxel surviving genre quite far. But what did they get largely called by a lot of people though? Ripoffs. Even though the games are completely different than their arguably inspired source, aka Minecraft, people were quick to label them in that way. Cube World is an open-world RPG placed in a procedurally generated voxel-esque setting. Terraria is an action-adventure sandbox game, but in a 2D world that just also so happens to be procedurally generated. Even though both games clearly pushed in their own directions and utilized their strong suits for their best ideas, people were quick to judge them because of Minecraft's popularity. The biggest problem with these games was easily their release window, aka the timing that I just previously mentioned. Right now, Hypixel Studios' Hytale is coming out at the perfect time. Why? Because people are ready for it. When Cube World and Terraria were released, Minecraft Java Edition was at the height of its popularity. It was just too early to create competition and for many people to have unbiased opinions on the matter. But now, it's the perfect time. Things that never have a perfect time though are games like FortressCraft. Being released in 2011, FortressCraft was quite literally a cash grab, being released on the Xbox 360 before Minecraft ever even made a console debut. Marcus Pearson, aka Notch, the creator of Minecraft, stated, "FortressCraft is an obvious attempt to just take something popular and clone it as closely as possible. I still think it's important that people are allowed and able to do things like that, but it's hardly graceful." FortressCraft's creator later went on to create a post on his website called Open Letter to Notch on July 27th, 2011, where he mentioned multiple differences between his game and Notch's. He did attempt to make a decent argument though. FortressCraft is basically Minecraft in the same way that Minecraft is basically Infiniminer. While I personally disagree with that statement, the point can go either way, and his basis for making that argument is definitely there. Minecraft, arguably, in the way that we so loosely throw around the word clone or ripoff, could easily be considered a clone of Infiniminer. Simply put, Infiniminer came out first. Without Infiniminer, we'd have no Minecraft, and without Minecraft, we'd have no FortressCraft, Cube World, or Terraria. Sonic and Mario are completely different games, so are Tetris and Puyo Puyo. The idea that creators should be stuck in only making different games is ridiculous. Games like Shovel Knight prove that they could take on existing concepts in games such as platforming, make it interesting, and make it different. Although people will always point back to the games that it was mimicking and inspired by, only because that makes sense. Those games popularized what some of us would come to know and love, and Minecraft is no exception to this rule. If anything, because of how much the game has been bought, it's the literal definition. Games inspired by Minecraft like Hytale, Cube World, Terraria, and more will never take away from Minecraft sales. They simply won't. However, games like the original FortressCraft would. If I could pay less money for what I believe is the same exact experience, I would have no reason to buy the real game. Those games, as far as I'm concerned, should be ignored at all costs. That's not to say that if a game looks like Minecraft and plays like Minecraft, you shouldn't play it. What I'm saying is, if the game offers you a watered down experience of what you could be getting, maybe play the one that it's referencing and has the genuine experience, unless there's a direct reason for it. I don't think games like Hytale are bad. I'm excited for the future. You know that the game you've created is good whenever representatives of Mojang, the company that you're arguably going up against competition-wise, is excited for your project. They're not excited just to play your game. They're excited because you have the potential to light a fire under them. With how culturally relevant Minecraft has become, there's almost no slowing down this train, regardless of what comes out, when it comes out, and how it comes out. It's just too big, too powerful, and too ingrained in current culture. Do you know how whenever somebody scrapes their knee and you hear the words, "I'll get you a Band-Aid" quickly after? Well, Band-Aid is just the company, and Band-Aid isn't what they're getting you. They're getting you a bandage. The same works for when you blow your nose and somebody offers you a quote-unquote Kleenex, but what they really mean is a tissue. Minecraft has become synonymous with the survival blocky genre, just like those brands have become synonymous with everyone else's product. So far, Mojang are really the only people to have done this as well as they've done it. That's not to say that nobody can swoop in and do it better. However, Minecraft will always be the thing that people point to no matter what, and I don't think that that's a problem for Mojang. But what do you think? Do you think that Minecraft has a clone problem? What games inspired by Minecraft do you like the most? Is there anything that you're excited for coming out? What's your take on all of this? Let me know in the comment section down below. But other than that, that just about does it for me for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself and Michaelmcchill, who co-wrote and edited this video, the channel and the video quite a lot. But anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.